Hello, hello, my dear ones. So today I am going to show you guys the journal that is going up for the Etsy auction, and it is going up this morning. I will put a link to the auction just right below in the description box. So there's also a special announcement at the end of something else that's upcoming and new, and that maybe some of you will be interested in. So, but first, let's go through this massive tome that I have created for the eBay. Did I say Etsy? eBay auction. Okay, guys. So you all know that one of my loves is Sherlock Holmes, and so to make another Doorways series, I went ahead and went with the 221B Baker Street door. And this book is done in black because traditionally it was a black door. There is the address label, there is a little door knocker, there is a letter slot, and then of course the doorknob and the keyhole. So cute, huh? It has a massive 3-inch curved spine with lace and cheesecloth hanging out the top, and then a little embellishment of ivy vines down here at the bottom. So massive. So Sherlock Holmes was a man's man. He probably did not have lace sticking out everywhere. So in lieu of the lace sticking out everywhere, I did all these page clips and tabs. They're metal and some cardstock ones, and then all kinds of things on the side with little doodads attached. I went ahead and did the, sorry, a gnat got on me. I went ahead and did the ribbon closure just because, I don't know, it just felt right. So again, there is the front. Sorry, wow. Way out of frame. There is some sewing, so there are some tails, but it's not frilly girly. It's Sherlock. Okay. I think that's pretty centered. Okay, guys. Like I said, this is a massive journal, 276 pages with tuck spots and pockets, and wow. So we better get started. There are pockets in the front and the back. So here is one with some clock faces. There is a dictionary, so antique dictionary entries. This says Exhibit A. It's one of the Tim Holtz metal tags. There's also a number tag there. We have in the front there's a lot of reference work in this journal. So Sherlock was always collecting not only clues and evidence, but he had a lot of reference works to be able to refer back to. So this is just a pharmaceutical list that's in here of different plants and what you can get out of them. And then this is I guess it's a type of a bookmark, but it's got the days of the week listed here. So actually, if you have a special week that's coming up, you can definitely plan that on that card there. This first page is a vellum page. It's been aged and sewn on, and the dictionary entry is evidence. And inside this evidence pocket is a picture of a man and a letter from this man to his wife. And this is just some evidence that Sherlock has collected on an open case that he is working on. So that tucks in there. Up here is a little hole reinforcer with a Tim Holtz pin and a locket. And there is a portrait of Irene Adler on the inside. So that's there, but it's just held on with a garment clip so that you can take that off if you need to. There is violin music paper because he played the violin. There are lots of digital stamps and quotes from the different stories throughout the pages. There's, of course, all my random pages that I use, the notebook paper, just the patterned ledger paper, the big sheets of ledger, book pages with beautiful old, these are from Gibbet, the beautiful old photographs here of different places around England. So this is a page from a medical dictionary, and it's got different ailments and what you can do for them. So again, more reference work. Lots of tea-stained pages, more reference. Some more digital stamping. There's some journaling tags. Here is it's a little locker key. So this is a vellum pocket, and on it is a little glass, little magnifying glass, and underneath this glass I have put a clue. And so this is a part of the world that has to deal with what Sherlock is detecting, investigating, I'll get it out. And inside this sewn pocket is a printout of one of the Jack the Ripper letters that he sent to the police department. So there is, on this side, it is the picture of the envelope, and then on this side is the letter itself. So this is as if Sherlock was investigating Jack the Ripper, and this map is part of a clue, and then there's a stamp here with an urgent stamp from Christine. Thank you, Christine. I knew that would come in handy. There's also a couple of morbid things, and the person that decides that they need this, you can get rid of these if you don't like them or they're just not your thing. There are real crime scene photos from the Victorian era. So this one is basically a bedroom with a bloody carpet. There's no bodies in this one. It's just a picture of a bloody carpet. And so I thought Sherlock would have some evidence photos. That's just the way it would be. Some more digital stamping with some book pages. Some map paper and some dictionary paper. Here's a nice little handprint down here with one of the books, the name of A Study in Scarlet down there. There are different dictionary entries that I thought went along with Sherlock's personality or things that he would use. This entry is on calipers, so I put that in there because he was kind of a scientific guy. Digital stamp of a violin, of course. This is a little sewn pocket, and in this pocket is a little top secret folio, and inside this folio are two photographs. And some of you may know who these were. These were the two girls that photographed the fairies and had a bunch of people believing that they photographed real fairies. And Arthur Conan Doyle was one of those. So guess what? Sherlock is investigating that as well. And so that goes in there. Another piece of that medical dictionary. Here are some mug shots from the Victorian era. I thought he might have those as well. On this side is another entry, and this one is intelligent, and then there's a gear here, a patinaed gear. And he is also a reader, and so I have an extremely old poetry book, and I think it's from 1901. And so I've added in some poetry that I thought he would have liked from that book. These are actual pages. I didn't print them out. So I put that one in there. There's a couple of them in here. And then there's also a journaling tag. Another piece of reference work and some graph paper. There's Elementary, My Dear Watson down there. Here's a little bag, and inside the bag there's a little journaling card on that side. Some more, there's a little blood stain down here on this script paper. Here's the other side of that bag, and it's got some more Sherlock Holmes little pieces in there. There's another digital stamp on that side. Another quote from one of his stories. Some more reference work, a painting done a long time ago of Sherlock and Watson, and then also another poem and another shipping tag journaling card. If I don't get those together, they're not going to fit in this pocket. And there's lots of clips, guys, lots of clips. A map of Great Britain. On this side, there is another dictionary entry. I just think they add so much. And that one is intention. And up here we have a clock face with a moving clock hand, so you can keep time. And up here is one of the Tim Holtz metal page tabs, and it says elements. There's a lot. Sorry, guys, this is a lot to go through. On this side is a vellum pocket on top of one of the big pockets, and on the vellum, it's intelligentsia, so trying to read upside down. So there's intelligentsia down here, and there is another crime scene photo that I put in there. And then here is some reference work. It's German, so in case he needed to remember his German, and a little Tim Holtz, just a little journaling card. Down here is an antique pen nib, and Christine sent me some of these from France, and they are genuine antiques around the turn of the last century. They were found with a stack of magazines from the turn of the last century, around 1907 to 1913, I believe. So I just kind of sewed that on there. Some more photographs from that book. Some more dictionary pages. And of course, I've left some of the pages blank to journal on because that's the point, right? That's the point, right? Some more digital stamping down there. In this page, we have an envelope because you never know when you're going to need an envelope, and a little extra journaling page that actually fits in the envelope if you want it to. And then this is one of the Tim Holtz ATC size cards, and it's an advertisement for men's fine dress shirts, and I thought that went with Sherlock. On this side is a letter, and here is a blue jay feather that I found in my front yard with a group of evidence tags, and so you can use these however you want. I believe there's 8 evidence tags. Some map paper from a very old atlas. Another Sherlock Holmes story, A Case of Identity up there. Some more music paper, map paper, dictionary paper, graph paper. Like I said, lot to go through. Lots and lots. There's the Hound of the Baskervilles down there. Here's another pocket with a little journaling card. And then on this side, we have a big sewn pocket with another dictionary entry, a piece of ephemera tucked in there with a watch face. Here is another crime scene photo. This one actually does have a body in it, so that if that bothers you, there's no nudity involved. I took that away. So it's a woman and you could see her top. So in Photoshop, I made sure you could not. So she kind of looks like a Barbie doll now. So kids won't be, well, you might not want to show that to kids. But anyway, if it bothers you, just toss it. But it was just something that I thought was important to have in a Holmes journal. He was a detective, and so he would have these kinds of things. But I didn't want to gross anybody out either. But I wanted to be true to the character. It's a beautiful keyhole printed up there. Another book page. Some more dictionary pages. There's another digital stamp over here. There's a picture of the man himself, Arthur Conan Doyle, and a little journaling card. On this side is another vellum pocket with a journal entry. Here is a real skeleton key. It's an antique skeleton key that I put in there. And there's also some train tickets. And I love these clips. These are phenomenal. Pat sent these to me. And I've had these before. These are 7 Gypsies, and I had some, and I've used them all up, and she sent me some. Thank you, Pat. These were perfect for this journal. Just perfect. In this little pocket, we've got a little tri-fold here to to journal on, and another journaling card. Little shipping tag. Some more dictionary paper. There's the inside with some watchworks. There is a microscope. None of these gorgeous book pages. There is a magnifying glass and another watch face on this side. Another big sewn pocket with a quote from Sherlock to Watson and some reference work. So this is the Dictionary of Drugs in Latin and English, and then a page from an old encyclopedia for some reference works that maybe he's studying on, trying to get some information about a certain person. On this side, there is a little clip, on a little pin on this clip, and it's got some binoculars and a little gear. And then here is a diagram of 221B Baker Street, how everything's set up in there. On this side is a nice big sewn pocket, again with some map paper and a little compass stamped on there, and then just some different ephemera tucked in there. And it has a metal tab that says story up at the top. Are you still with me, guys? Are you still there? Lordy. Here is another nice big envelope. I thought Sherlock would need places to tuck things, and so another nice big envelope tucked in there. We're almost done. Almost done. Beautiful telegraph digital stamp up here. It's an antique from 1912, I think, but we'll pretend it was from Sherlock's time. Some more German reference work. And then on the back, we've got a map here, my signature down here, and then this is the back pocket, and it has a little piece of Tim Holtz ephemera with a skull and crossbones and a gear. And then inside this pocket, I have put the months of the year. And so if somebody that decides they need this journal wants to separate it into a whole year's worth of time, because there's a lot of pages, they could separate it with these if they wanted to, just affix them to the pages or whatever they'd like to do, because they're perpetual. You can start them whenever you need to, I think, or just mark the date. So whatever you want to do with those, whatever. Okay, so guys, this is the limited edition Sherlock Doorways journal. Massive, massive dude. Am I still in frame? Okay, so this will be, it's up on eBay right now. So if you want to bid on it or watch the auction, whatever you'd like to do, the link will be below in the description box. The other thing that I wanted to talk about with you guys is I have been working on getting this together. So I have decided to make an online video course of how I make my Booksmith tomes. So there will be information on how to correctly make a curved spine and the ridges, the types of fabrics you need to use, how to sew everything in, this. Basically, if you take this course, you will be able to make a Booksmith tome. So that is what I am working on right now. There will be a video coming up probably in a few days, maybe in a week. We'll see. That will outline exactly what the plan is. So if anybody has any requests, basically the video course will go from gathering your supplies to finishing your book. So, but if there's anything in particular that you think you would want to see in the course, please put it down in the comment sections below, and I will keep track of those. And most of it will probably be in the course, but there might be some things that I don't think about that you guys think about. So that is something that I am working on, but I would love your feedback. If this is something that you guys think that you'd want to do, let me know. Let me know if that would be something that you are interested in. Like I said, from beginning to end, the whole kit and caboodle. So anyway, that was my other announcement. Yeah, I guess that's it for now. Thank you so much for checking out the big, massive journal that's going up on eBay. I appreciate you guys checking it out and peeking on it. And I will be back with you very soon with more information for this online course that will be put up fairly soon. It's in the works, guys. It's in the works. And so I will have more information on that very, very soon. Thank you again. Have a great day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.